Stufful. So, unfortunately, this is a Pokemon that we've had in a Com Day before, so I already have quite a few shinies. Pretty sure like 30-ish shinies, something like that, because, you know, we tend to get that many during Com Days. But anyway, we can do some shiny hunting. We'll see if we'll get a hundo. Let's actually check to see how many little shiny Stuffles we actually have. Stuffle, and of course I'm getting ads. How you going, James? How you going, Jahern, Dwarika, the T-Bear? Welcome in, guys. How we all doing today? And shiny. That's what I'm looking for. The shinies. 26. So we hang on, that's not including evolution. 27. We have 27 shiny Stuffles already, so not really one that we need, but that's okay. You watch tonight will be the one that we get, because that always seems to be the way. We always seem to get the ones that we don't necessarily need, but it is what it is. Hey, gone Becky, welcome in. How you guys doing? Negan, welcome in. Negan stuff. How was Com Day? Com Day was pretty good. We ended up with, what was it, 24 shinies? I can't even remember how many shinies we ended up with now. Key and shiny 24. So I was correct. 24 shiny little Frukies, including Greninja and Frogadier. So we got that done. We got a couple of decent-ish ones. I already had like a couple of 96%ers, so I did all my evolutions and stuff like that. So we ended up with some decent ones. I did end up getting a rank 2 and 3 for Ultra League, and a rank 2 that I already had for Great League. So we got some good PvP ones as well, which is good given that Greninja is actually pretty decent for PvP. Sort of replaces I said Mudkip. Mudkip is not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Swampert. It's evolution. So yeah, it's actually like good water type to have. Today is India's Independence Day. Okay, nice. Are you celebrating or anything like that? Let's check to see what the rate is. Ooh, I don't actually have a pass. Parsian. That's what it's called here. I just call it parsley or parmesan cheese. I don't think I've got any raid passes. Just quietly. Yeah, Parsimian. Parmesan cheese. No, we have no raid passes. So I think I'll pass on that one for now. Still need to add it to the decks though. Your come day sucked. You only got 4 shinies. I mean, at least you got enough to finish your like the evolution line. So I mean, did you really need any more than 4? I mean, 3 is a good number. Hey, gone, Gibnox. Welcome in, dude. Welcome. How you doing? You got a 98% Greninja. Nice. That's what you want. Nope, you're watching a parade on television and enjoying the holiday. Well, that's good. I mean, honestly, in Australia Day here is basically the same thing. I mean, you can go to the dawn service for Australia. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, that's Anzac Day, not Australia Day. Never mind. But yeah, on Australia Day here in Australia, it's basically midsummerish when it's on, so it's stinking hot. So you basically just have a barbecue, have some drinks, celebrate the country. And that's about it. Hey, you got a hundo Parsimian though. Nice. All right, so let's start walking. As you guys can see, it's actually fairly light at this time. So we're slowly getting back to the point where it's like semi-daytime. Make sure I got my keys. All right, well, let's do this shiny hunt. It's a little bit chilly though, given that it is clear. So as soon as the sun does go down, it's probably going to drop like 10 degrees. It'd be quite cold. You got it on your 3rd check too. Nice, man. I still need to finish my research for thing. I still need to do my Go League battles. So we might do that at the end of the stream once we get back to the car. sit up in the car, do a couple of Go League battles so I can finish off my research and get my Elite TM, because I don't want to miss out on one of them. So, oh my god, why are these being so difficult to catch? They're being just a little bit of a pain in my butt. You don't agree with Australia Day? Why so? I mean, a lot of people that don't agree with it, it's not the day that we were colonized, sort of thing. Like, I understand why people don't agree with it. They have a mixed notion of it because of, you know, that sort of stuff, which I understand, but it's not a celebration of settled. It's a celebration of when Australia became independent from England. So it has nothing to do with the actual colonialism of... It just celebrates the actual time that we separated from England and we became an independent country. So it's the same thing as like Independence Day in America, or as the guys were saying, Independence Day in India, which is basically the same thing. It's when India became independent from England, because England, again, colonialism. I mean, you got to remember that back in those days, that was a big part of the world. Like the European nations like England, Spain, France, Portugal, all those countries, they were just sailing around, taking, like the Dutch as well, they're all sailing around and claiming parts of the world. But the actual celebrations of the independence and all that sort of stuff is celebrating getting rid of English rule, basically. Coords for the play. I don't have coordinates because I'm playing legitimately. Sorry, dude. You don't get holidays for Sunday in your school. There is a test. You're happy to go. You're happy that you got a holiday. Nice. Holidays are always good. I mean, honestly, that's the main thing. Like, most people just like Australia Day and stuff like that because it's most times it's a public holiday. Same with Anzac Day and stuff. But I mean, Anzac Day has more of a thing attached to it as well, because Anzac Day is a celebration of the soldiers which have fought for Australia and stuff over the century, the last century, since Gallipoli. Hey Lachlan, how you doing, dude? We Dutchies love colonizing. Not so much anymore, which is a good thing. I mean, most of the world is settled. You don't really get much colonialism these days. But yeah, back in the day, back in, the 16th, 17th, 18th centuries, it was all about that sort of stuff. Like I said, it was the Europeans sailing around doing their thing. I mean, the thing is about it, nothing is going to change it. Like, it's already done. You can't go back in time and change what's been done. So all you can do is look forward and accept everybody, sort of thing, and make everybody equal. So I agree that, the Aboriginal people should be written into Australia's, we don't have a constitution because that's more of an American thing, but into the system. I mean, we're hopefully going to get, the yes vote sort of thing going, like the voice sort of thing. The yes vote, that's not what I meant, you know what I'm saying, the vote for a voice in Parliament and all that sort of stuff, because I really think that the Aboriginal people deserve that. I mean, it's about time that they had that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's all we can really do at this point. Just make everybody equal, acknowledge that, this is a shared land now. Australia and New Zealand, yeah, good old Anzacs. That's celebrating. Samurai Jack changed his mask. Cartoons can do that sort of thing. cartoons are good at doing, the whole time travel thing. Maybe one day we'll have the ability to time travel. I highly doubt it, though. We might be able to travel into the future because, traveling at this... We can go into the whole physics thing of it, and like traveling into the future is possible because of the way that time and space work when it comes to traveling close to the speed of light or at the speed of light. So, traveling into the future could be a thing. But traveling back in time, I don't think is going to be something that we're going to be able to do just quietly. Never know what, if we can live for millions of years and come up with sort of technology like that, who knows? We don't know at this point, but just the way that we understand physics at this point, don't think that's going to happen just quietly. Well, the Dutch did. The Dutch did make a claim to parts of Australia. That's what... back before the English claimed, the Dutch were here first, and it was called Van Diemen's Land. Before the British came. Jimmy gonna take out them liberals. Honestly, we just need a big refresh of all politicians. Doesn't matter what side they're on. Liberals, Labour, Greens. They just need a big shake-up, and they need actual people that are, in line with everybody in the country. We've got all these people which just line their own pockets and make decisions that are just dumb. So we need actual everyday Joe Schmoes, I should say, as people that go into politics, because they're the ones that live in the real world, not, they haven't been born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They actually live in reality, and they can make conscious decisions that, actually benefit the people rather than taxing us on everything. Imagine being a teen in the 1600s. Would have been a hard time. Back in those days, once you got to the age of, 6, you were expected to go out and work. Become a privateer or something. Go on a ship. Die of scurvy. Die in some foreign land. Die of the horrible sanitary conditions that they had back in those times, because people would literally just dump their crap into the streets. Like, you gotta remember, back in like the 1600s, they didn't really have plumbing and stuff like that, so there was a lot of excrement just laying in the streets. A lot of rats, a lot of plague, a lot of pirates, all that sort of stuff. Relative speed of light. Relativity, eh? You saw a vid saying technically all humans are not equal. Say if you, Jim, can build a skyscraper and you can make bread, that makes you better than it makes you better. If you're gonna say on technical skills, yes, not everybody is equal. There is a thing going around in Australia at the moment about same job, like equal job, equal pay sort of thing, which a lot of people don't want, just because some people are more skilled at doing their job than other people, and they're saying that, the people that aren't as skilled at their job shouldn't be getting paid the same amount as the people that are skilled at their job. So there is that aspect, but at the same time, if you're talking about as giving people their human rights and all that sort of stuff, then yes, everybody is equal. Everybody should have the same equal rights to their human rights sort of thing, and their freedoms and all of that sort of stuff. Unless you're a pedo, then you've just given up your rights. You don't deserve to have them. British traders now, British traders then. These days, most of the trade is done like through politics or on Wall Street and stuff like that. That's what trading is these days. You have tariffs and trading embargoes and, all that sort of stuff, free trade agreements and stuff. Thanks. Your stream reminded me about the Spotlight Hour. And you got the shiny. Nice. Congratulations on getting the shiny. That's what we want to see. People getting shinies. I really don't know why I'm catching so many of these. I already have a butt ton of candy. How much candy do we have? Yeah, okay. Well, we have like 1,500 normal candies. And so let's just do some shiny checking. I need to actually stock up on some Pokeballs, so... Nomic. How are you doing? Sorry. Welcome in. Jimmy should be I'm guessing you mean like a politician. I don't think I would make a good politician. I'm too forgetful to be a politician. I'd just get up to do like a speech and be like, why am I here again? The evolution gonna be coming to from Wall Street. I should do politics. Like I said, I don't think I'd make a good politician. Are you gonna go? Good luck with your Spotlight Hour, everyone. You're gonna go bake a cake, okay? Enjoy your baking. That Bill Clinton kid is hilarious. Not sure if anybody knows who he's... What, like Bill Clinton's actual kid? Or just somebody that's like Bill Clinton? There's a lot of people out running tonight. It's a bit chilly. I can see why they're running. Running actually keeps you warm. I don't know why this stream started off and we just got straight into like political. Usually politics is something that you don't want to talk about during like in a stream, especially during a Pokemon stream. But for some reason, this stream just went straight to politics and colonialism and stuff, and it's just like, maybe we should change the subject and start talking about something a little less on the nose, something a little more, inviting and accepting of everybody. Let's talk about ice cream. Wait, we've already done that. We spoke about ice cream in a stream recently. Let's talk about cake, since Lachlan was saying that he's going to bake a cake. What's everybody's favorite type of cake? Who likes cake? Cake is good. You hate pistachio? Wait, what? Like pistachio nuts? Dude, get out of my face. Pistachio nuts are like some of the best nuts that you can get. It's like pistachios, macadamias, cashews. They're like the best. Pistachios are awesome. Oh, okay, fair enough. If you're allergic to them, like you've got a nut allergy, that's completely understandable. That's not so much you hate them, it's just that you can't eat them because you will die. Like, there's a difference there. Yeah, you've obviously got a nut allergy. Which, that's a thing that's actually a lot more common these days. Like, even 50 years ago, there wasn't a lot of nut allergies. These days there is, and they've been doing some research into it, and they think it's got something to do with the antibiotics that people take. Because we have antibiotics these days, and people have them for, everything. You get a little bit of an infection, you go and have antibiotics and all that sort of stuff. Things that you take antibiotics for are getting stronger. So the antibiotics aren't as effective as they used to be. And two, because people's immune systems are adjusting to the antibiotics. And I think that that's also got something to do with allergies. Because allergies are basically your immune system reacting to something aggressively that they shouldn't be. So they think that there's a connection between antibiotics and people, like the development of nut allergies in modern society. So there you go, something you learn every day. You like mud cake? Yeah, mud cake's good. Mud cake is good. I'm a fan of what type of cake? I mean, any type of cake. I mean, cake is cake when it comes down to it. So, I mean, it's hard to turn down any cake. Unless it's cheesecake. I'm not a big fan of cheesecake. I just don't know why. Actually, no, I do. It's like, there's just something about cheesecake that I don't particularly like. But I mean, basically any other cake, I will take. I will take the cake and eat it too. Space cake. Good old space cakes. Sounds like a nickname for somebody. Hey, space cakes, get over here. Ooh, yeah, as soon as that sun goes down, it's getting a bit nippy. It's just like there's no wind. It's very still. So it's mainly just my hands. Like, because I'm moving, I'm not so cold, but my hands are getting frosty. It's cake with drums. Fair enough. I need light. It's like, I don't need it though. Like, don't accuse me. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure? It's like, you did come up with that. There's so many different types of cakes. But I mean, the base of any cake is sort of the same. It's just got different flavouring in it. I mean, marble cakes are pretty good. It's not actually made out of marble or marbles. It's basically like a mix of chocolate and vanilla. Same as like the marble chocolate that you can buy. Like, that's pretty good. A mix of the two. A cheesecake is amazing. You take it. No, you can't make me. No, I don't know. It's like the sourness that's in cheesecake. I just don't really like, or the texture of it, or like, I can't really tell you exactly why I don't like it, but I just don't really like cheesecake. It's just not my thing. Hey, but put it this way, if I don't eat cheesecake, there's more for you guys, like, that do enjoy it. You guys can enjoy more cheesecake because I won't eat it. 6 o'clock local. It's almost half past here. Gee, that's first half an hour's gone pretty damn quickly. Been talking about politics and colonialism and cake. Interesting stream. Fart cakes. Oh, I don't know about that. Just like, my favourite type of cake is a urinal cake. What time does it start? 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. your local time. Sorry, I didn't say that. Hydrogen peroxide. Got some bleach in the chat. Yeah, so 6 o'clock your local time is when it starts. You don't like cheese? No, cheese is awesome. Like, I enjoy cheese, don't get me wrong. I just don't like cheesecake. Like, because cheese, like, it's not something that you should be putting in cake. Cheese goes on, like, toasted cheese sandwiches and nachos and stuff. It doesn't go on cake. You got nothing from that. Spin 2 balls? Wait, spin 2 balls? Huh? Must be Australian cheesecake that's not good, because the kind that you have in the streets is extraordinary. No, like, we get cheesecake that's just like, we've got a cheesecake factory thing, like a whole bakery chain that's based around cheesecake. A lot of people enjoy cheesecake. I just don't like it. So I'm allowed not to like things, okay? Fat people too. Crab cakes. Now that's, yeah, there's crab cakes and there's like fish cakes and stuff like that. Can't say that I'm a big fan of fish cakes. Crab cake. I mean, crab just in general is good. You can't go wrong with some crab meat. Moose cake. Moose cake is good. Whatever the sugar. I don't care. Bye, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Chicken bum finger. Okay, fair enough. Is that a type of cake or? Because it's not a type of cake that I've ever heard of before. I actually have a fever spawn, which is something that you don't see very often. Check that for PvP. Little Phoebus. Unfortunately, not a shiny Phoebus. But still, a fairly rare spawn outside of events. I mean, during GoFest and stuff like that, they tend to spawn a bit. But yeah, it's weird. Phoebus has just never become like a really common spawn like Magikarp did. I mean, it's equivalent to Magikarp. So you thought that at this point in time, like in the age of the game, that Phoebus would have become a bit more... I suppose it goes along with the main series game sort of thing, where Phoebus is a lot rarer. Of course, goodbye. A lot rarer than Magikarp actually is. Still. That man was serious about his desserts, yeah. She's like, how dare you hate cheesecake, I'm gonna leave. Honestly, I could care less whether or not people find the channel interesting or not. It's just like, if you don't, just leave. Don't have to tell me about it. I don't care what your opinion is. Your ass is never going out for Spotlight. No, some Spotlight hours are definitely worth going out and doing. I mean, a lot of them are like this, where they're either repeats of Comday Pokemon or they're just average Pokemon in general. The worst Spotlight hours are the ones that aren't shiny, because then you feel like you're just wandering around for an hour for nothing. But there are some really good ones. I mean, last week we had Paris, which, you know, Paris isn't the greatest like Pokemon in the world sort of thing, but it has increased Stardust per catch. So if you went out with a star piece on and just caught like I did, I ended up with 220,000 Stardust for an hour. So, I mean, that's worth going out for an hour, I suppose. Oh, you're in Melbourne too, and it's not pitch black. I mean, if you see, there's still a bit of sun in the background. It's slowly getting there. Slowly getting dark. I mean, over the last couple of months, yes, I agree, it has been dark for Spotlight Hour, but we get daylight savings. So once daylight savings rolls around, it's still, you know, broad daylight during Spotlight Hour, and it's warm, and it's usually nice getting out for an hour, wandering around. At least I enjoy getting out for Spotlight Hours. But you guys can do whatever you like. As long as it's not raining. Because, I mean, there has been many a Spotlight Hour in the past where it's like freezing cold, it's windy, it's raining, it's dark, and you're just like, why am I out here? So I can agree with that. Sometimes it's not the most enjoyable experience, but you grow. I mean, you learn from those experiences. Man, yesterday was rough. Mum couldn't breathe. Breathe a chicken. She couldn't breathe her chicken bone. So you had to take her to the vet. Wait, you had to take your mum to the vet? And have your cow lungs fixed. So then your fish had to... What? Okay, I started reading that and I thought it was like some serious thing about your mum having to, choking on a chicken bone or something. And then as it went on, it's just like, hang on. What are you talking about? Okay, fair enough. Probably shouldn't take your mum to the vet though. I mean, that's a bit mean. It's like, oh, mum's choking on a chicken bone. Quick, call the vet. It's like, what is that saying about your mum, man? That's just mean. Hey Raptor, how you doing? Welcome. How are you doing? So relatable. Everybody's just taking their mum to the vet. Like, you guys are mean. Why would you do that? You should love your mum. She's the one that brought you into this world and nurtured you through your childhood. You repay her by just taking her to the vet. Mega Fire. I'm not really doing any like I already have tons of candy for things. I don't really need to catch many because this has been a Comday Pokemon. So we already have like 20 shinies. We have nearly 1,600 candies, 328 XLs. Like, we don't really need to worry about it. Ew. Stinky. I think the field Demise had fertilizer put on it because it smells just a bit stinky. Maybe it's them fart cakes. If you're flying through the desert and your boat gets a flat, what should you have in your pockets? A ham sandwich. It's tiny. That's a tiny little Stufful. Yeah, I think a ham sandwich would be the most useful to you in that situation. This is another reason why I'm not catching... Like, I was at the start of the stream catching some of them, but they're just a pain in the ass to catch, so I don't have a lot of Pokeballs after the weekend. So I'm trying to stock up again before Go Fest. Community days are so OP. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the issues that I have a feeling that it's because of the com days in Pokemon Go is the reason why the Pokemon Company, like in the main series game, has made shinies a lot easier to get than they used to be. I mean, if you look at Scarlet and Violet sort of thing, the shinies in that game, like basically you can just turn a corner and there's like a handful of shinies just waiting for you at any given moment. In comparison to like the older games, I mean, even Sword and Shield, like the shiny odds are just ridiculous now, and it's just because shinies have just become so much more accessible in Pokemon Go. So people feel ripped off if they're playing a main series game and they're just like, where's my shinies? I play Pokemon Go, I should have, an abundance of shinies. OJ, there's your Magikarp that you were looking for. Not that you need it anymore, but I know. It's like, bro, seriously, a Magikarp? I'll send it in the mail, dude. Bro's insulting your mum. A new trend now. Why? Dude, that's always been a thing. Like, your mum jokes have been, like, a thing since the 80s, 70s, something like that. I'm pretty sure they didn't have your mum jokes during the 60s, because maybe, but things were a little bit different back in those days. So Gee, I wonder when. That's a good question. When do you think your mum jokes became a thing in society, like a societorial standard? During the 70s, the 80s? I have a feeling it would have been sometime during the 80s, maybe late 70s. Then your grandma choked on squid puckers and had to be mated with the cows through feeding tubes. Your fish couldn't breathe out of your kneecap for 7 weeks, and my dog got arthritis in its nails. Fair enough. I mean, the whole choking on squid thing, I've been there. I mean, if you guys have ever eaten calamari and you know how stringy it can be, I was enjoying some calamari back when I was a kid, like chowing down on some calamari rings, and I didn't properly chew it, and I swallowed a bit, and some of it was still in my mouth, but it was connected by like a string, so I basically just started choking on this bit of calamari that was still attached to the mouthful that I had. Good times. Would recommend it. 10 out of 10 stars. Pokemon Go should have a shiny charm. Honestly, as we were just saying, you don't really need a shiny charm in Pokemon Go. Just because during com days, shinies are already boosted to like 1 in 25. There's a lot of research tasks where you can get shinies a lot easier. Then you got raid shinies, which are already increased. So there's already increased ways of getting shinies. You don't really need the shiny charm. It'd be a cool item to have, but honestly, I don't really feel like it's needed in Pokemon. 90s? Maybe. Wonder if that's something that you could Google. Be like, hey, I can't actually say it because my phone will probably say, hey Google, when were your mum jokes first in society? It actually didn't react, surprisingly enough. I thought it would have just like, your mum jokes became popular in the early 2000s, like the early 90s. We should love everybody's mum. Well, that's a different thing. That's something that you'd expect to find on the hub. Now we're getting into MILFs, not just mums. I love your mum every night. You have a Google Assistant. I've got it on my chat phone, like this phone. I don't have it set up on my main phone, which is good, because it means that it just doesn't go off randomly. Because quite often, I'll just be saying something random at home, and I didn't even say like, hey Google beforehand, and my phone will just start looking up some, like, my sentence, and it'll be like, what are you doing, Google? That is not something that you should be searching. That makes no sense. You don't wait until night. Then your brother couldn't. Okay, now I'm just more. Drink poison through notebooks. So your dad had to eat fried green pancakes, and then they chupo go for. Okay, but then had to eat airless horse meat with. Okay, Buzz, what have you been smoking? Did you go out into a paddock and just eat random mushrooms? Because it sounds like, you might be off with the fairies. So if you yell something, she'll answer. Yeah, sometimes. Like, there's even been times where I've been sitting in my car and my radio's set off my my Google Assistant and just started like, I can't even remember what the line, it was just some random line that the person on the radio was saying, and it just started going into my Google Assistant and it just started searching for this random line. I'm just like, what are you doing, stupid assistant? Fried pancake. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something in America. They like to deep fry everything. The mushrooms. As long as it's not the ones that were eaten in, where was it? Mildura, somewhere near there, I'm pretty sure, recently, yeah, from the dehydrator and all those people died and stuff. Not good. Don't eat death caps. They're called death caps for a reason. Am I joking? I don't know, probably not, dude. I mean, that's some pretty serious stuff, like groundbreaking stuff you were hitting us with. That would be the ultimate prank, like, hey, Leon Gatha, thank you. It's near Mildura, I'm pretty sure. How you going, Pess? Welcome in, good to see you. Welcome. How are we doing? Alright, we got 20 minutes left to try and get ourselves a shiny. You don't want to eat. It depends on who you are and what type they are. I mean, mushrooms are good, like edible mushrooms. There are a lot of edible mushrooms in the world. As for the funky kind, they've started using them in like I won't say psychiatry, but in like mental health stuff. People that are suffering from PTSD go through sessions with certain psychedelics, mushrooms and MDMA and stuff. So I mean, they have a therapeutic use. They're not just party things. They're starting to look into it as a natural alternative to antidepressants and stuff, just because coming from somebody that's been on antidepressants before, they're not fun, they're not good, you don't want them. If there's a natural alternative, I would definitely steer towards that than having to take antidepressants, just because antidepressants suck. I mean, the side effects that you get from antidepressants can be just as bad as actually dealing with depression and stuff, so yeah, not good. You got great friends with your noodle. That could be misinterpreted as something else. Isn't every male good friends with their noodle? Any shinies? Not yet. We still got like 15 minutes. I mean, I do have already a big handful of these shinies because of Com Day. So if we don't get one, it's all good. Then your sister had to watch Dora the... Oh no, that's the worst thing. Oh, I'm so sorry. She had to watch Dora the Explorer for a bed sheet. That sounds like some sort of horror movie. To watch Dora Explorer through a bed sheet while sleeping in a plastic bin while eating lawn chairs. And you had to get your charger, a birth control device, because you felt scared. Oh my god, okay. Dude, are you just typing random things into... Is this some chat GTP stuff that you're like posting into the chat? You're just having chat GTP just come up with the most absurd stuff that you can think of? Or the most absurd stuff it can think of? You're just putting in prompts? Jimmy's a depressed little boy. No, not at the moment, but I do have my moments. Depression is not fun. Yeah. Don't get depression, guys. That's my advice for the evening. Don't get depression. It sucks. Noodles are thin. Oh, it depends. I mean, you can get them chunky noodles, like the Asian noodles they're fairly chunky. I make well, they are. They may be called antidepressants, but all right, let's go into the whole science of how antidepressants work. Depends on the antidepressant that you get, but the antidepressant, like, because there's different types, but the ones that I were on are SSRI inhibitors. So basically, they're a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. So they stop serotonin from linking into your, what are they? They're the N2 receptors in your brain. I can't remember the name of the receptors, sort of thing, off the top of my head. But basically, it stops serotonin from linking, and serotonin's basically your brain's happy chemical. It's what makes you happy. It's what regulates your mood, all that sort of stuff. So when you're taking serotonin reuptake inhibitors, basically you just live in a constant state of nothing. Like, you're not upset, but you're not happy either, just because your brain can't uptake those chemicals the way that it's supposed to, sort of thing. So yeah, basically it's just a numbing agent. They're designed to make you not feel depressed, but you basically don't feel anything else either. So yeah, antidepressants are not fun. Like, they are not something that you want to take long term, if possible. So like I was saying before, with certain advances in medical science and depression and all that sort of stuff, they're starting to use different forms of medicine, i.e. some psychedelics and stuff like that, just because they work on the brain completely different. I mean, MDMA and psilocybin, which is the chemical in mushrooms, basically that fits into your serotonin receptors the same as serotonin does, but it has a more positive effect on your brain than what an SSRI or an SRI or any other type of antidepressant will have. So that's why they've started using them. So yeah, I've done a lot of research into this stuff, just because, like I said, I've been on antidepressants. So yeah, you research stuff and you try and find out what's best, because you don't want to be on antidepressants for the long term, because they suck. Maybe not. Thanks for the idea. Great, so now you're going to jump with the chat GTP and just start punching in prompts. How do you get the little badge with your name? Which little badge? Sorry? Man, like I said, it's just because I've done research, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff. Brain chemistry and science, I'm interested in that sort of stuff. The way that the chemicals, what's the word I'm looking for? Alter our state of being, alter our state of consciousness, and the way that we interpret the world. Because I mean, every sensory input that we have is just a chemical reaction in our brain. So everything that you smell, everything that you taste, everything that you see is just a chemical reaction in the brain. So basically, we are just a brain floating in a body, which is our shell, and that's how we interpret the universe. And we can go into the deep science of, consciousness and all that sort of stuff, but brain chemistry is just very interesting to me. If I was smarter, I would be a biochemist or something like that, just because it interests me, but I'm not smart enough to be a biochemist. How Jimmy knows this is, like I said, dude, I've just researched this stuff because it's something that I'm interested in. Biochemistry is an interesting subject. Knowing how our brain interprets things, and the brain is the most paradoxical thing that we know in the universe. It's the most complex thing that we know about in the universe, and we don't understand it. We don't understand how our brain does the stuff that it does. How does it retain memory? How does it, the thought processes that we make? What is intuition? What is all that sort of stuff? We just don't know how our brain does this sort of stuff. So brain science and brain chemistry is just incredibly interesting. Like I said, I'm just not smart enough to know much about it or be a biochemist or any of that sort of stuff. But it still interests the hell, like physics. Like I am hella interested in physics and space and all that sort of stuff as well. But I could never be a theoretical physicist or any of that sort of stuff just because I don't know math. Like I'm terrible at math. So coming up with the equations and stuff that scientists do to try and explain stuff, like I could never do that stuff. Jimmy not smart enough. That's why I play Pokemon Go, okay? I do simple things like catch Pokemon. Not try and theorize what a black hole is. Your grandma called you an oatmeal monkey. Well, I'm calling you an oatmeal monkey as well. Goddamn oatmeal monkey. Munching on yellow snow. Okay. That's just weird. Should probably tell him not to do that. You poo so hard, you shattered reality. Don't you mean you shattered reality? Aha, I get it. See, I'm trying to have like a deep, complex conversation with you guys, and all you guys are talking about is pooping and stuff. It's just like, I feel like I'm a high school teacher. Trying to actually have an interesting, in-depth conversation. It's just like, poop! Yellow snow! It's like, thanks guys. I feel really appreciated right now. I feel like I'm really enlightening you with some hard-hitting stuff. And it's just like throwing a rubber ball against the wall. It's just bouncing. Eight more minutes. You wish your brain would make it. Okay. I'm just going to stop talking because apparently it's just not. We're just talking about poop, which is... It's like, okay. Okay, I'm trying to actually have a conversation here and all we're talking about is poop. So I'm just going to stop. Just walk in silence. Try and catch any. Wait, X... Wait, is higher than 2 equals 9. Find Z. Yeah, see, algebra is not something... This is what I was talking about. Like, math is not my thing. Algebra never made sense to me. It's just like, why are letters numbers? I can do basic maths. You know, I can do the math that I need to be able to survive in the real world. But complex math, like algebra and trigonometry and all that sort of stuff, it's just like, nah, that goes away over my head. Jimmy no comprende. Totally, Buzz, totally. I'm just not going to read them out anymore, dude. It's like, I think the joke is, it's just past now, so. Why are letters numbers when numbers are letters, but letters are letters, numbers are numbers? I don't know, like I said, I don't understand. I don't understand algebra. Like, I know why they make letters, numbers and stuff for algebra. I just don't understand the math behind it, sort of thing. I don't know, dude. Like, honestly, I don't know when they're going to start introducing routes. You'd think that they would have started rolling it out for most people by now, but I don't know, maybe they're saving it for the Global Go Fest or until after Global Go Fest, because they've got a lot of stuff on their plate at the moment, organising all the Go Fest stuff. So maybe they should have just held off on doing the route stuff until after Go Fest was finished. That probably would have made a lot more sense. But yeah, that's my only sort of why they haven't started rolling it out yet. When's your magic? It's in the mail, dude. It'll be send it through the actual post, so that takes a couple of days. It'll be there soon. When you get an envelope that smells like rotten fish, you'll know that it's you received your magic cup. Nah, most people in the world can't do routes yet, so I mean, I can have a look just to see, but I really don't think that there's any around here. Nope. Like I said, most people can't actually add them to the game yet. I think the only routes that there are the official ones that Niantic has made. I don't think anybody can actually make them yet. So unless you've had an official one that's actually been made by Niantic, yeah, you don't have routes. You missed most of it. Okay, Diana. Honestly, the conversation has been about poop for the last... I mean, I've been trying to talk about actual things, but everybody's just been fixated on poop for some reason, so I gave up. I gave up trying to have... being quiet. I got nothing to add to the conversation, so you haven't missed a shiny. You have one accepted... Okay, nice, so you've actually got some. Hey Aiden, how you doing? Welcome. Alright, we got 3 minutes left, guys. Can we get this shiny before we run out of time? That joke's a very old one, Gymnox. It works a lot better when you actually say it to somebody and not put it into the chat, because it's like I can clearly see. But if you really want to say it, it's like I is EYE, C is SEE, U is UWU, and P is P. So there you go, I spelled it for you. The only one is mine that you accept. So you've actually been able to make that. That's interesting, because most people can't make them yet. So at least you were actually able to make one. Because yeah, here in where I am, like the marsh, nobody can actually make it yet. Oh, you did 2 routes? What, you actually made them, or you've done them so far? How to get the cool icon next... Which icon? What are you talking about, Raptor? What icon? Like, you asked that before, and I'm like, I don't know what you... Like, what, the one in the chat? The spanner icon? Or... Because that's the moderator's icon. Oh, okay, so you mean... Yeah, that's just the moderators of the chat. Even though one of the moderators is spamming the chat at the moment, which isn't something that they should be doing. They should be stopping people from spamming the chat. So please, dude, stop spamming the chat. You want to be a mod? I'm not looking to add any more mods at the moment, so maybe in the future, dude. Just stick around in the community for a bit longer, sort of thing. You're going to be a responsible mod C, but stop spamming. put eggs in incubators. I should. I was just waiting until I picked up one sort of thing because I just hatched a 2K. Because I have all these 10s and 12s, which I don't really want to put into incubators just because they take too long. I'll wait until Go Fest. So I don't have an abundance of them. So I've just been waiting to pick up one because I haven't been spinning stops. And there we go, guys. We have finished our Spotlight Hour and we did not get a shiny. That is okay. Click these little dudes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back in the car because it is cold, and I'm going to do these Great League battles that I got to do to finish off the research. So we can do them, maybe do a couple of actual battles with you guys, and then we'll wrap it up for the evening. Dude, you didn't even let me get back into the car. Just like, okay, Spotlight Hour's finished, you can battle. My hands are like pretty numb at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to do the PvP. Don't do PvP, just do the PvP. Sure, why not? That'll do. Spotlight hours, they may... Yeah, it's basically just an increase of spawns. They don't increase the shinies like they do during a com day. Which is okay. Like, I mean, we get a com day every month. We don't need basically a small one every week. That's just a little bit not needed sort of thing. You taking off, Buzz? No worries, man. Have a good one. Now I have to do this battle before I can get into the car. I'm just... It's like, you should have waited until I got back in there, because then it'd at least be like half warm for me. You have to stream on 2 monitors. And one's delayed. My hands are cold. Have a conversation with myself. Isn't that what I've been doing for the last hour? Because I mean, I was talking about theoretical physics and stuff like that before, and everybody was just talking about poop, so it really felt like I was just having a conversation with myself, because nobody was listening. GG's. No, it's probably just taking off anyway. I don't think you had anything to do with it, Diana. It's all good. I think he might have been a little bit drunk just quietly. Again, every time I do a battle, I cannot spin stops and stuff afterwards. So, that didn't count. Unfortunately, I actually have to do Great League battles. So I've got less than an hour to do these Great League battles. So I'm actually going to do them now, guys. I'm going to do a set. So I can battle you guys afterwards. Sweet, it's just open. So we can do any. Oh, is that how it went, OJ? Okay, I thought... Just quietly, I thought I won that one, but okay. Wow, no noise in the car. It's just because, yeah, there was a truck that's sort of sitting right there that's got its engine running, so it might have been a little bit loud. But yes, as soon as I've gotten into the car, it has sort of dulled that sound a bit. I can still hear it, but hopefully it's a bit more quiet for you guys. All right. Well, I guess you guys can choose like what should we run, guys? As a team, like actual legitimate teams. Don't give me like garbage. What should we run in our team for this battle? I will take suggestions under advisement. Obstagoon, Charizard. Okay, Obstagoon. And do I have a Charizard set up for Great League? I think I do. Yeah, Charizard and what was it? Greninja. My Greninja, actually, I think I need to power up Greninja. Oh, Graham. Hang on. That one's not the one that we want, though. We want this one that's only 110 CP, so I'm actually going to have to... Probably doesn't matter at this point, we'll just go with this one. It's already there. It'll do. I have a better one, but I just haven't set it up yet. Can also do Excellidrill. I don't have an Excellidrill set up for Great League. I guess we'll just wait until the game... Usually it doesn't take this long. Game's just like, oh, he's too powerful. His teams are too powerful. So I guess we'll just wait and hopefully we'll actually get a battle. If not, we might have to restart. Actually, I was getting a network error, so maybe the game won't. Just have to start again. We'll try again. I'll power up that Greninja. Shouldn't cost me too much dust. Remember the Magikarp only battle? Yep, I do. Greninja. Okay, just under 50,000 dust. I can deal with that. Let us try that again. So, Obstagoon, what was it? Obstagoon, Charizard. Dragon Claw, Blastburn, and Greninja. I should actually put a second move on Greninja. Too late now, we'll do it after. It's only another 10,000 dust, it's not like it's expensive. You think I killed Puss? Yeah, I'll plug my battery into the charger in a second. Yeah, there we go. It's actually finding opponent now. It wasn't doing that before. You baked the cake, you think? Emma had to help me, though. Wait, Emma's at your house? Also, congratulations on baking a cake. What type of cake did you bake? Double shielded already. And the defense fall, but my defense actually rose, okay. They made space cakes. Wouldn't surprise me. I did nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. Flying on. So we're getting that defense drop. Can we get one more off? Yes. I mean, getting those defense drops is very good. Yeah. Yeah. He's so good. All right, one battle down. 4 to go. Actually, probably get a bit more kicking in here as well, just so I'm a little bit more visible. So I'm not silhouette Jimmy. Next battle. All right, so ideas for teams for this one. That was a good choice. So, yes, put my friend. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Wants that Fortnite Battle Pass. No, I want the Elite TM. That's all I got to do to finish off the quest. Just do these battles. It was a chocolate packet cake because you can't bake. She helped with the cake tin because you're silly. Which he helped you like grace the tin or. So yeah, what should we chuck on our team this time, guys? You hardly done any other stuff. It's just the actual quest thing that we had to do for Worlds. So the timed research. It's just so I can get the Elite TM. Marshtomp, Moon Ducky, Garchomp. I don't have a Moon Ducky for Great League because you have to trade it because you can't get one that's low enough without trading. So I don't have a Moonduck, but I can do Garchomp and Marshtomp. Oh, okay, we'll do Marshtomp, Muck, and Garchomp. Even though Marshtomp and Garchomp probably not going to work together because they're 2 ground types. So we probably want to switch one of them out. But I can go Marshtomp because I do have one set up for Marshtomp, Muck. Use my battle. Yeah, this rank 3 one. And what do we want to replace Garchomp with? Because I do have the Garchomp, but like I said, we don't want to. Oh no, wait, this is Mudboy. Yeah, so 2 ground types. We don't want 2 ground types. We only want 1 ground type. So preferably in this team, we got Ground, Poison. It's like Fairy or Grass type or something like that might be good. Shift Tree. I don't think I got a Shift Tree set up for Great League. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, we can go Shift Tree. That'll do. Dragon Strong. It's alright. Marshtomp, like I said, it's like the Garchomps that I've got are set up for ground anyway, so it doesn't matter if we got Dragon type one in there because it doesn't have Dragon type moves. Now we got Marshy. We got the Marshy. It's spammy. Like you can spam Mud Bomb and Surf quite a lot with Marshtomp. is going to be Psychic or Body Slam. Rock Slide, okay. Shows what I know. Think it works in Synergy. Yeah, should be good. We'll see. You love Diplin. I haven't seen any of the new Pokemon that they're introducing for the DLC because I didn't watch the Pokemon Presents. You haven't played PvP for a year, you think? Poison type is what we want. Should have gone with Dark Pulse then. Definitely should have gone with Dark Pulse, but hopefully this will make him think that I've just got Thunder Punch on it. And he won't shield the next one. So if he thinks it's only got Thunder Punch on it, ha! Suck it. That's what we want to see. Unfortunately, Shiftry is probably not going to do well against Metacham, so we probably want to make Muck last as long as possible here. This is probably going to be not counter. Yeah, I was going to say Power Up Punch. It's all right because it came through really quickly. So, but he doesn't have shields anymore, so that's good. I'll save my last shield for Shiftry. This should do a bit of damage. Oh, actually survived that. It's okay. Like I said, I've still got a shield here, so I should have enough from Grass Knot. I should do enough damage. A Leaf Blade, rather. Spoop. Spoopity-doop. Spoopity-doopy-doop. We got it. I was just lucky that I was in range for Leaf Blade to do enough damage. So my Muck did what it needed to. So that's 2 for 2 so far. Alright, next battle. What are we thinking, guys? What do we want on our team this time? Probably don't need my torch on anymore. It'll help save battery if I'm not also using the torch on the phone. What are we feeling? Suggestions. Suggestions, people, come on. What do we want? Otherwise, I'll choose a team. I have a lot set up for Great League, so I mean, you can suggest a lot, and I should have it. Raichu, Swampert, Victory Bell. I don't think I have a Raichu just quietly that's set up for Great League. So if you want to choose a different electric type, actually, I have a Alolan Raichu. We can go Alolan Raichu. Raichu, Swampert, Victory Bell. Swampert and Victory. Where's my Victory Bell? Okay. Should be a decentish team. Tangle Growth, Golem, Charizard. Don't have Tangle Growth set up for Great League, and I don't think I got a Golem set up for Great League either. I have the Charizard. Ooh, going to get into rank 2 this time. Go, Raichu, you can do it. Ooh, Psychic type, that's what we want to see. You got the Fighting type. Unfortunately, we do not have Fighting type move. It's a big move. Yeah. Probably going to shield here. That's what I thought. That's okay. You can bait the shield with a Thunder Punch, or we can either do a Thunder Punch does a lot of damage. It's very spammy. Okay, we baited the shield. That's good. Yeah, okay, we can pay back. That's okay. We can drop this, and then we can switch into... it's probably going to be Bug. Might be Fighting, but yeah, I was going to say it's probably Bug. So we should be covered there. It's okay. I just didn't want to take Victory Bell into that battle. So this will probably KO. Golly, gold, bat. Can we get to another Hydro before we get KO'd here? Ooh, gonna be close. Oh, damn it. I had it. I had it! Probably should have saved that, but that's okay. We have shield advantage here, so... It's got return on it. Okay, well that makes this a lot easier. Stinks. Alright. Oh, wait, he's still got another one left. I forgot. I didn't realize I had that. That's okay. We got the victory with the Victory Bell. Alright, 3 for 3. So, what do we want for the next team? What are we feeling? What's my favorite non-Kanto starter? I don't know. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, so it's... I don't know, it'd probably be a toss-up between... I gotta think, Froakie and maybe... non-Kanto starter. Froakie and something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all the starters off the top of my head. There's too many. How many shiny Mudkips have I got? A lot. Umbreon, Jumpluff, Lantern. I won't lead with Umbreon because Umbreon's usually a good switch in, so we can lead with Lantern. Lantern's probably a good lead. Then we can go Jumpluff and... Again, this has only got a double because it's not actually set up for Great League. It's just in the range. Yeah, usually want to save something like Umbreon as like a switch in. You don't want it as your lead. You just rubbed what all over your face? Do I want to know? Do I actually want to know? Okay, this person's just doing a 10 CP. I mean, I'll take the victory, but it's a little bit hollow. Yay, I won 4 in a row. I prefer when it's actually a battle. Like those... Like, I know why people do it, because they're just trying to get through their battles quickly so they can do the thing. But I actually wanted the battle. We'll do our encounter last. Hey, it's an Excalibur. Yeah, can we just give it a Golden Rose? Probably don't need to give it an Ultra Ball. Alright, so we've got 1 battle left, guys. So what are we thinking for the team? I mean, we can go Umbreon, Jumpluff, Lantern again, because, I mean, we didn't exactly get to use them, but... Oh, that's my Dex entry. There we go. I haven't evolved a Drillbear yet. Now we don't have to. Okay. Unfortunately, it's over 1500 CP, so it might be for Ultra League. I think I've actually got a couple of decent ones that I can evolve for Ultra League and stuff, though. What raid tomorrow? Xerneas. It's my buddy. What time? The same time as always, 6 p.m. Let's go. All right, do we just want to go with the Umbreon team again, or should we? We'll just go with the Umbreon team again, because, like I said, we didn't actually get to use it. So we will lead with Lantern. Jumpy. Let's jump off. Oh, my nose. Jumpy. I've actually got, it's a rank 25. You know what? I might actually set that one up. It won't take me much dust. We've got one. Is his rank 25 for Great League? Oh. Maybe not, given that that's actually going to cost me... Oh. Oh! That's going to cost me 224,000 Stardust, 190 candies, and 64 XLs. Maybe we won't use that one just quietly. I didn't realize that was one of the ones that actually takes a bit. Okay, we'll skip out on that one for now. I mean, honestly, I should just power it up, but I don't want to. So, my hands. What's Jimmy's least favorite Pokemon? Probably Snubble. I mean, there's a few, but Snubble's right up there on the list. I mean, Plusle and Minun aren't really great either. I mean, Minun's actually not bad for PvP. It's why I've got one set up. But just in general, like design-wise and all that sort of stuff, they're pretty average Pokemon. Yeah, there's a few. Snubble would definitely be one of them. Jump Air? Where are you, Jump Air? Where is it? Have I gone past it? Jump Air, yes. It's like right up near the top. Alright. Same twins. Yeah, Snubble just looks like a circus freak to me, so I'm not a big fan of it. Bloody circus freak dog. Can I tell you a bedtime story? Sure. Once upon a time, there was a Snubble, and I kicked it. The end. This is another person that's just... Yay! We won! Oh, well, I mean, I'll take the 5 victories in a row, but still, it would have been nice if the last 2 were actually battles. Okay, you want like a proper bedtime story? Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a young boy named Jedi. named Jedi. named Anakin, I meant to say. And he was a bit of a prick when he grew older. And he started killing people that he shouldn't have. And then he became Darth Darth Dude. And then he was killed by some guy named Luke. And then the movies got shit. And the end. There we go. No, I don't want the battle now. All right, well there we go. That's our battle's done. Once upon a time, there was a character named Jar Jar Binks. Nobody liked him because he was incredibly annoying. So, the end. Elite Fast TM now. Fingers crossed. Shiny vibes. Got to chuck shiny vibes into the chat. Can we get our shiny Pikachu? 402 is a hundo. Okay, I'm more interested in the shiny because we want a shiny Pikachu. Tell a story about Shrek. Once upon a time, there was Shrek, and he bought himself a boombox and became a rapper, and they called him Shrek Boy OD, and he used to drop wicked, hella fresh rhymes, beatbox, and then he was shot before he actually signed a record deal, and that's the end. Oh, hello, 402. Did you say 402 was a hundo? Little Shreksty the rapper. Did you say 402 was a hundo? Oh my god, we got a hundo Pikachu. Too bad it's not a shiny. Because then we would have had a Shundo World's Pikachu, and I would have been like, ha, I got a Hundo World Pikachu. Shundo. I mean, I got the Hundo at least. I mean, I'll take that. That's going to be pretty rare. Hell yeah. Hundo Pikachu. That would be like my 7th or 8th Hundo Pikachu. Drumroll. Hundo World's Pikachu. I mean, I can't complain with that. This is depressive tell a happy story. Once upon a time, Jimmy got a Hundo World Pikachu. The end. Beautiful. I mean, well done to me. Yes. Thumbs up. I got myself another Hundo Pikachu, so yours is 98%. I'm a bad uncle. Why? Why? Because I got a Hundo Pikachu. I will take my Hundo Pikachu. Now let's actually see. How many Hundo Pikachus does that make? Pikachu and 4-star. That is 4. So we actually have a birthday hat Hundo Pikachu. We have a world's Hundo Pikachu. We have a normal Pikachu called Lachlan. Oh, that's the one that you guessed during the Spotlight Hour stream, I'm pretty sure. You told me to catch it because it was a hundo, if I remember correctly. And we have Giggity, because he's 69. We have Witch Hat Pikachu, which is also a hundo. But his name is Giggity. So we actually have 3 out of my 4 hundo Pikachus costumed. You're only correct as well. You said that. I mean, technically, the world's Pikachu. I mean, you didn't guess it, but you said that it was 402. You willed that one into existence for me, dude. Because you're just like, oh yeah, just so you know, 402 is the hundo. You can sleep calm. Do I have a shiny Heatran? Yeah, I have 2. We got one last time. We had Heatran like a few weeks back, and I got another one from the last raid that we did the first time around when they were shiny. So that's the one that we got last time. And that's the first one that I had. back in 2020, just before the pandemic started. Stats are pretty good on that one too. You're a Pikachu charm. It could be worse. It could be like a Dunsparce charm or something like that. That would suck. Hey, Xerneas has a gift for me. Alrighty, guys. Well, oh, you remember now? The heat train. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. I am gonna wrap up the stream for the night, so I can go to the supermarket and get myself some stuff for dinner. Because I'm having nachos for dinner. Because I deserve nachos. I got a Hundo Pikachu and I did a workout earlier, so I earned some nachos. I mean, I do a workout pretty much every day. Technically, that means I could eat nachos every day if I really wanted to, but I think that would completely negate the working out. So, yeah, I'm going to have nachos for dinner tonight. But, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for this Shiny Boys Spotlight Hour. This is what the shiny looks like. This is my 98% shiny Xerneas. So if you want yourself a dancing Xerneas like mine is, I mean, look at him go. Look at him boogie. He's getting down with the sickness and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Doing some raids, getting some shinies for you guys. Hopefully we can get a hundo. Xerneas is a good Pokemon, so definitely worth getting some. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Can I speak Pig Latin? I could when I was younger. Probably can't anymore just because it's something that you don't tend to do when you're an older person. Goodigi, Dedigay, Pipipipipipipples. It's something that you got to practice, otherwise, you lose the ability to do it. But I used to be able to do it. If I could do, I'd have to practice it and do a whole stream speaking in Pig Latin. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Spotlight Hour. For Raid Hour, rather. We did Spotlight Hour already. Okay, no worries, Raptor. Reading it is a lot more difficult than speaking it, but I know what you're saying. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Raptor. Yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for some raiding goodness. Until then, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Remember to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. All that good stuff. Subscribe. I'm pretty sure all you guys are subscribed. But anybody that isn't, remember to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.